Hey everybody, it's Jennifer with Get Your Credit Perfect Now, and in this video, I want to talk to you about how to get out of debt with no money and bad credit. Now, in the previous video within this series, I talked about how to grow your money by having a budgeting plan. And in that video, I actually talked to you about how to use a system called the JAR system in order to manage your money and grow your money. You know, what happens is when you start being conscious and actually managing the money that you currently have, you're going to realize and notice different areas that you may be overspending. And in doing that, you're going to create some additional income for yourself, because if you, let's just say for instance, you're paying $200 plus on your cell phone bill, and you decide to use the JAR system, and you start looking at, okay, well, now I know that this other particular company has a better plan. I can go over there and spend $60 a month in comparison to $200 a month. It makes sense for me to make the move, and you can use that additional $140 that you were spending towards your debt payoff plan and your savings plan. So anyway, what I'm going to do in this video is talk to you about a methodology that you can use that will allow you to get out of debt without the need for any additional income into your household. Now, if for some reason you want to accelerate that and start making some extra money so that you can become debt-free faster, you can really magnify your results and get really fast results, getting completely out of debt in less than half the time that you might have imagined. So what we're going to talk about is how this methodology is going to allow you to pay off your debt super fast. So basically, let's talk about what the debt snowball method is. The debt snowball method is a debt reduction strategy where you pay off debt in the order of the smallest debt that you have to the largest debt. In that process, you're going to gain momentum as you knock out each balance. When the smallest debt is paid in full, you roll the money you were paying on that debt into the next smallest balance, and you keep doing that until you have paid everything off. So the process looks something like this. You would list all of your debts from the smallest debt that you have to the largest, regardless of the interest rate that you're paying on that particular debt. The second step is that you want to make minimum payments on all of your debts except for the smallest account. Step 3 is that you want to pay as much as possible on your smallest debt. Now again, just to reiterate, when you start using the JAR system, you're going to start recognizing, how much money that you have allocated towards these different categories, and it will allow you to see different areas that you can start to reduce your monthly expenses so that you can create additional cash flow for yourself. So again, like in the example I used with the cell phone, you may have an additional $140 that you have access to now that you're not overpaying on your cell phone bill. That is money that you can use to pay down your debt even faster than before. So that is what you would do in step 3 right here. Pay as much as possible on your smallest debt. And step number 4 is that you would repeat this process until each and every debt is paid in full. So I'm going to give you an example of what this may look like. Let's take a look at an example of a debt snowball. So let's just say that you have 4 debts. You have a $1,500 medical bill that has a $50 payment. You have a $3,500 credit card debt that has a $63 payment. You have a $5,000 or a $6,000 car loan, which has a $135 payment, and then you have a $10,000 student loan, which has a $96 payment. Now, using the debt snowball method, you would make minimum payments on all of these debts except for number 1, which is the medical bill. That is the smallest debt that you have. So let's just say that you have an extra $500 a month because you took on a side job or started a side business, or you cut your expenses down to the bare minimum. Again, if you are looking for additional strategies to make additional income on the side, definitely see below this video for some suggestions on how you can do that as well. But what you are looking at here is, since you're now paying $550 a month on the medical bill, which is the $50 minimum payment plus the additional $500 that you are using to accelerate the pay down, that debt will be gone in 3 months. So boom, 3 months in, you have paid off your first debt and are that much closer to becoming debt free. So then you would take that freed up $550 that you were paying for the medical bill, and you would use that to pay at your credit card. So in total, you would be paying $613 a month towards that $3,500 credit card bill. And basically what that entails is the $550 plus the $63 minimum payment that you were already making on that account. So doing that in about 6 months, you will wave goodbye to that credit card. It will be totally paid off in 6 months. Now, if you have ever looked at your credit card statement that has come in the mail, you may have noticed how it breaks down what your minimum payment is and how long it may take you if you just make that minimum payment. If you pay attention to that, you will see that making a minimum payment of $63 on a $3,500 credit card, more than likely you would be paying on that debt for at least 6 to 10 years, to be able to even clear that balance. So to be able to pay that amount off in 6 months, you are saving literally thousands and thousands of dollars on interest and, relieving yourself of debt, which is, again, priceless. So the next step would be to tackle the car loan. So with that, you would take $748 a month, which is the amount that you were paying on the other debt, plus the regularly scheduled payment that you have been making, the $135. And in 8 months, you will be done with your car loan. And by the time you reach your student loan, which is your biggest debt, you can actually put $844 a month towards it. And that means that debt will be paid off in about 12 months. So as you can see, you can accelerate the payoff of all of your bills to where something that may have taken 10 or 15 years to do in total, even though these aren't really large amounts. However, if you're paying the minimum payment or not really accelerating your payment activity, you can see how this could take quite a long time. With this plan of action, you were able to pay off $20,000 excuse me, of debt within only 27 months. So as you can see, this methodology is super easy. You don't need to have good credit in order to do it. You don't need to even really have a whole lot of extra money to pay down towards your credit cards. I would say that, if you can even take an additional $50 a month from your budget and pay down your debt to accelerate that, you're going to see some miraculous results very quickly using this system. So that is it for this video. I hope you found it valuable. Definitely make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will look forward to seeing you on the very next video. Take care. Bye-bye.